According to Robert Saleh himself, defensive end Carl Lawson looks to be in fantastic shape, is doing everything in individual workouts, and is going to be ready for training camp. What does this mean for the Jets defense and their pass rush? Let's go ahead and let's get after it.
Absolutely factoring a healthy Carl Lawson. I think everyone in here saw what Carl was doing in training camp and OTAs last year, and how he was one of the best players on the field for us, and it was going to be an impact player for us last year. So absolutely cannot wait. I think I can speak for everybody on this one. Can't wait to get Carl back on the field and having him roaring off the edge.
Thinking back to about a year ago, I remind myself, who was the player that everybody was talking about, was dominating these training camp practices and just blowing up the offense, and it was Carl Lawson. Carl Lawson was looking like he was about to have a true career year last year, and then that devastating injury took him out for the season. When it happened, Jets fans, basically, it felt like we had lost a family member. It was such a devastating loss to the Jets defense. And now we're hearing the reports that this guy is not only, looking like he's in great shape, on the way, ready to play for this season, he's going to be ready for training camp. And that is huge news for this Jets defense. And when you talk about the pass rush and the importance of it, I talked a lot about wanting to get Sauce Gardner on this defense. In the back of my mind, I knew that, first of all, I knew we were going to get somebody else to help the edge rushing department and the pass rush in general in the draft. But I was also thinking about Carl Lawson and just the what if scenario if this guy comes back and bounces back and is even just a portion of what he was going to be last year. We have a number of guys now in this rotation that I think are going to be able to help generate a pass rush, a consistent pass rush as well. And getting Carl Lawson back is no small victory. That is a big deal. And I think it's just so important to this defense that we have a healthy Carl Lawson playing about 50 to 60% of the snaps this season. And, I think the ceiling for him is very high returning from that injury. I know the Achilles tear is a very serious deal. And typically players do not generally return to form the first year back from the injury. So it's going to be really interesting to see, in a couple of weeks and a couple of months now, what are these reports looking like? Like, how is Carl Lawson performing versus Mekhi Becton versus George Fant? I just cannot wait till training camp, and I can't wait to see him on the football field. And I feel like he's a forgotten dude. Like, Mekhi Becton, we talk about as players that, got hurt. Carl Lawson and even Corey Davis to an extent. These are all dudes that lost significant time last season, and we're getting them back. And, say whatever you want about our defense, not drafting Kayvon Thibodeau. I think there's a plan in place here for Carl Lawson to get right back to it and just getting in the face of the quarterback, unlocking Quinnen Williams on the inside, allowing him to do what he does best and get some one-on-one matchups. I think that's going to be critical as well. Can we give Quinnen Williams some one-on-one matchups on the inside? Because if we do that, it is going to be a living nightmare for offenses. Anyway, I've been going on too long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the news about Carl Lawson. Are you worried about the recovery, from the injury? Everything that, that I'm reading and that I'm seeing is that he looks like he is in fantastic shape, ready to roll this season. Super excited, super pumped to have him back. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Go Jets, and I'll see you guys next time.